I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to another iteration of the My Hero Academia manga chapter reads. We got the news chapter 381. I'm here with Mark. And Mark, there's something that we always do before every new manga chapter. And what would that be?
Recap episode!
Yes, so the recap episode. Real quick on 380. I remember this is a little bit of reflection with Gentle. He was as you know, he's being an absolute like W Riz Chad, holding the entirety of UA with his quirk, being bolstered by La Brava. And he was really doing this as a self-sacrifice. He knew, or at least had this idea that no one was going to be watching him. He wasn't going to be the main attraction. He looks over and he just sees like a couple of classmates or students recording him. He's like, hey, hold on, what are you doing? It's dangerous out here. And they're like, we're trying to make history. This is what we can do. And then like Rob
They'll remember me for centuries.
Sounds like a good song, actually.
Fall Out Boy, write that down, write that down.
LaBrava hacks into their phones like, yeah. I think this is really sweet of you boys to do this. So I'm going to actually send the signal out to everybody on every single, like, publishing website. Let's see. And then this is still during, like, the fall as well. You have all the Twices on that platform where Aizawa was at. They're holding their own. Aizawa falls off. Present Mike jumps in to follow suit, and you just see a Kurogiri off in the background, just kind of
short-circuiting.
He's like reflecting on himself, whatever is left of himself. And then all of a sudden, Aizawa and Present Mike are gone. They're gone in the portal. And that's all we get to see for the chapter. Meanwhile, we pan over to just a quick view shot of like Midoriya fighting Shigaraki.
He going in.
And then immediately like cuts over to the Gunga like mountain scene and deals with
Meanwhile, in our universe.
All for one, it's like, my evil plan's coming into fruition. I gotta go over to Shigaraki right now to combine with them so I can gain full control once again. And Hawk's like, I don't think so, bruh. We gotta do this for the sake of, like, the new generation and whatnot. That's how this goes. And then All for one's like, psych. And he blasts a hole, seemingly, at Hawks. And you see Tokiyami seeing that, and he's like, oh my god!
No!
And then next page, like, puts us in a real shocker.
Shoujo Hawks.
All of a sudden, Shoujo. As he, like, withers away in roses.
There's Tokoyami.
Tokoyami with the now infamous bird reaction.
It legit looks like something out of an old comic strip.
It looks like...
Like, the old comic strips you'd see in American newspapers is exactly what it looks like.
Looks like he's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Honestly, yes.
And it turns out it's Cammy, actually.
Yep, Cammy and her powers.
And her phrases. Her choice of words. If it had been a Scotch later, it would have unalived that certified hottie I've been simping for. Not very fetch of you. No cap. Oh my god.
She's got the Riz!
And then it cuts to the rest of Shigetsu, and of course, our wind guy is back.
Inasa.
And that's how we ended chapter 380. So glad that they returned back, and now we got a chapter starting off with them. So, without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started with chapter 381. No title.
Jumping right into it.
Yeah. No, oh, I guess we'll see the chapter title later on. So we're on the first page. Kind of give you a quick recap on everybody. This is Cammy from Shigetsu High School, Shigetsu High Hero Course. She's saying, "Is that all for one? I doubt he's. I thought he like didn't have a face." Sage. Correct. Seiji was the one with the meatball quirk. He was like, I would like nothing more than to kill him and avenge my father, but alas, that was
Because I didn't
that
I didn't
was.
think about that. Because remember, he did say his father was worked at Tartarus as a prison guard.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh
That
no.
means he definitely died
Yeah,
because they wiped out every single guard at Tartarus.
that's. Oh man. Well, there's that. Also, the fact that he just like outright just says that.
I mean, it's the fact that he says he'd love to avenge his father, but that's not what his father would want.
This is true. I guess so. Yeah.
Like he'd
Imagine.
want he'd want his son not to give in to hatred and to keep being a good person.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can keep carrying that for at least for the rest of the arc for now. And Asa's like, nope, can't give in despite and hatred, as he said. That be giving the bad guys what he want.
This is what I've been saying. This is what I've always been saying.
It's entirely on brand of you to say that. Yes.
Like that's what I always say when people want to do something. I'm like, just don't answer with violence. You're only proving to them in their head what they think they know about you. Just don't
Mm-hmm.
do it.
Yeah. Following up with that, indeed, as a prison guard, my dad set out to protect. I shall take up his mantle. Nice, nice.
Incoming.
My God. Oh my God, they went crazy on these panels.
Bro. Oh my god.
God, I don't even know.
Holy sheesh.
We're This is the next page. We're hearing that Shigaraki and Deku has have left the cage. Um. Oh my God. What? Oh. Oh, gotcha. That's the hero name. I was like, what the?
Yeah,
Shishi
Shishikura's hero name, which is Shishikros.
Crush. We got alums here too.
What's
Whatever.
alumni? People who already graduated.
That's pretty sick. Whatever it takes. We gotta put a lid on on this chaos.
You can
And
see she gets an idea because look who she's looking at right now.
mm,
She's like, I have an idea. Because we see Tokoyami falling out the sky.
he's still in Toucan Sam mode.
And she's like, oh, and because do you remember what her quirk is?
Yeah, it's to affect the terrain, right?
Yeah, she can she can use she can do shape of the earth and stuff like that.
She's an earthbender, but like she makes things mushy and moves it around.
Yeah, she can she basically is an earthbender essentially.
Yeah. But, oh, here's the chapter number
Have you
381.
have you have you,
Dark.
have you seen anything for this chapter?
I don't think so. Actually, I think I've been clean. I think.
Oh,
Um,
it's gonna be extra good for you then.
can you confirm this? I saw like a video uploaded today. It talks about Toga, and the thumbnail kind of makes her look, kind of give her like a Venom like aesthetic with Twice.
No, nothing like that today.
Good, good. I was like, that's a cool like callback. I'm pretty sure that's just a creative input from someone else.
Venom.
I thought that was actually pretty sick, but good that's not part of this. Let's see. They were saying before it's too late, Toga needs to get him beat subdued. While we pepper, we also pepper all for one with every ranged attack we got.
As you just see an absolute storm.
I can't. I don't know how long it's taking to make that one panel.
You want to describe what's going on here?
I couldn't.
Like I could give it my best shot. It's
There's
like
just so many Twice, bro.
you see Inasa going to work because it looks like beams of wind with so many Twices wrapped around them like the fucking krill from Gears of War.
Oh no.
Doesn't it look like that?
Yeah, you're right. I see that.
And then you see like a full-on battlefield going on. You see like blasts going out, hitting some of the Twices. You see the students like doing a blockade against the other Twices. It's wild looking.
And it looks like All for One kind of like there's some shots like being fired at like All for One, and he's just like, yeah,
He grabbed one of the twices.
yeah.
He said, "Meat shield."
We get some incoming comms here. You hanging in there, Hawks? Ah, it's Takachi. Yeah, your backup came in nick of time. And this is Takachi again. Actually, they were on the move before we submitted the request. Anyhow, we've heard how All for One has his old body back. So keeping him there at Gunga could decide the whole war. So stop him from getting away by any means necessary. Let's see who's talking here. Oh, this is All for One. Yeah, it's All for One. He's saying, I can steal a quirk by touching the true body. He's talking about twice then.
Yeah, he's saying, yeah, because he can't take it. Because I guess it's because he was touching the twice clone. He can't take.
Yeah.
He can't take the cloning ability. Like,
yeah.
If it's just a projection of the quirk,
yeah,
he can't steal it. He can't steal it. He has to make direct contact.
You think it would have been different than if it was twice doing this?
If this was like twice, I still don't think touching a clone, he'd have to touch the real twice.
I can see that. Let's see. He's saying initially they were mindful of the risks that accompany challenging me with a large force. The next page, I'll go ahead and leave that to you.
This man just fucking shot a revenge death ball.
Yeah, that's some Dragon Ball stuff I see over there.
We see this man getting ready, like he's starting to get into villain mode right now, especially he's like, no more holding back then. Tossing aside all precaution to bring me down. Very well. And so he just gets that villainous smile going on. And we see what looks like he's grown extra limbs out of his back. It looks like 2 extra limbs, would you say? Like wings almost?
I don't even know. Like, it's almost like Shoji's quirk, but like very not hands or eyes like. It's
this
just
man looking like a Gundam.
Just extra appendages.
Like it looks like wings you would see on a Gundam.
Oh yeah. yeah.
And he's doing what I would describe as, if you've ever seen Dragon Ball GT Baby's Revenge Death Ball. That's wild. And we can, as we see here, we see as we see Kamui like blocking, like because he's getting blown away by it.
Oh yeah.
Shroom is hurt. Then we see Hawks.
He's
still looking.
He's drawn like with the shading of Gurren Lagann characters.
Truly, he started combining even more quirks at once. We see the students. That's a cool shot of the students, like either blocking or like he's going forward still. Those still on your feet, don't let up. Stand strong, defenders. Look, he's been stopped in place. Keep up those attacks. Then we see, I believe this is still All for One.
Mm-hmm.
So late in the game, you still think you'll emerge from this, even without the one man who can stand up to me. As we see something going across the water, and we see it's Dabi it's chasing Endeavor, and it's like, how is Dabi alive at this point?
That's sheer spite.
Like that, I saw this on Twitter. A lot of people say, like, how is he alive?
He got an extra kick
because he looks charred. He looks like he's straight out of Fire Force right now.
Yeah.
That's not bravery. As we see Jiro in the middle of all these blasts and wind, you are just ignorant of my golden age, as the generation that, from a young age, witnessed All Might's rise. As we see Uraraka, and the next that only ever knew a world where he reigned supreme. Ignorance of the era when all trembled in fear of something imperceptible, lurking unseen in the dark, when all were tainted by suspicion, resentment, exploitation, and prejudice during my golden dark age. As we see, that's Banjo in front of the Dark City. and we see the wind blasting forward through some of All for One's stuff. Like he's just like, hmm?
Mm-hmm.
You see, phoom, up to you now.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. And I was like, no, we know about that stuff.
Nah, we know about that stuff.
I mean, never heard of you, but they teach us that junk of contemporary history class. Oh, and me? I decided to keep watching my pal Todoroki and his dad to root for them. That hot-blooded passion is gonna beat out fear to win. Sorry, let me reread that. That hot-blooded passion is gonna beat out fear to win the day.
Inasa really has developed as a character.
Yeah, he's a little bit more. He's far more optimistic. Like even in consideration of the stuff that happened to him personally.
Yeah, like he's always been an optimistic guy, but it's nice to see he's finally let go of his grudge.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually considers Todoroki a friend.
Yeah, we have Hawks. He's just witnessing this. He's seeing the new generation. We have All for One. He's getting surrounded by the fingers. Not Shigaraki's fingers. But our Meatball, yes. Embedding ranged attacks with this cage of wind. Time to steal a few more. A few more, perhaps.
I'm about to act up.
I'm gonna say something like what?
Something really racist. Oh dear God.
Nah, I wouldn't put it past All for One. I think he would say something incredibly racist.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying turn to the next page. Oh dear God.
Oh my God! It just became even more Dragon Ball Z like with that.
This really is getting Dragon Ball levels right now.
With that revenge ball.
He just did the final atonement from Vegeta right now. But with
the final atonement.
But with extra spikes.
Yeah, it domain expands.
Domain expansion.
And all the students and everybody just holding on like, yeah, Inasa, keep up the windstorm while blowing those Toga Devils into the air.
Ooh, Inasa caught one.
Ooh, yeah. Oh my God, it's a combination of just like the blast itself as a big radius, but also like the dark tendrils that we've seen him use before.
Yeah, like the ones that skewered Bakugo.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they're the exact same because those ones had like a bit of texture. This one has kind of like the look of the Black Whip.
I want to say it is because remember they copied All for One.
Mm-hmm.
Like Shigaraki has All for One and everything that was in it copied.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine they are able to use the exact same quirks.
Yeah, and this probably is one of the quirks that didn't. Well, I guess it's All for One. So the whole act of whatchamacallit, stars isn't in effect here. Where it's like it's possible that could have gotten eaten away.
True.
Which is probably why Shigaraki doesn't use that.
Yeah, he hasn't used it since the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, but something just gives him Inasa. His hat goes off. He's like, "You got it. My quirks are even stronger when the weather's real." What the? Oh, blustery.
Blustery.
To start with.
Quirks even stronger when the weather's real blustery, meaning that like when it's really windy, it's a lot stronger.
Fair. Forget you and your ancient glory days. What I want to see...
The future is now, old man.
Yeah. What I want to see is the future built by the guys I'm cheering on, old man. Your days are numbered. Ox like, Endeavor. Let me see. I'll try to remember, like, where was I at last, starting it off. Let me see. We got some little flashbacks here and there. Some words spoken from the past. Let's see. Yeah, no progress? I disagree. We're seeing it here. It's not just one for all. One for all is a power that links people's hearts. You've done your job paying it forward. This is an interesting like panel too. It's kind of
it's kind of like a bunch of energy going forward, like from everybody.
Yeah,
Kind of like a spirit bomb.
Kinda. And you see Hawks like in the foreground of all that, and he's just kind of looking onwards as he sees that getting passed on in real time.
I still like that effect of him using. He's not even holding his sword. I like the effect of him using his feathers.
Yeah, I see that now. The
That's
feather's
really
actually
cool.
holding the sword.
That's actually really cool.
That's smart.
He got horribly nerfed when Dabu burnt his feathers.
Yeah. Which I
Because I feel
mean,
like he was so much stronger when they were at full strength.
yeah, that's how I feel about like the current like status of Naruto and Sasuke.
Well, they both have only one arm.
Not just that, but also because they got further nerfed throughout the course of Boruto.
Oh yeah, because Karama and his losing his Rinnegan.
Yeah, respectively. And I think yeah, this is all for one. He's like, I can't stand that look in their eye.
Look at that's hope. That's hope. You stop that right now.
Hey, I heard happy. What's going on?
He's legit the Squidward looking at the window as everyone's happy outside playing.
Oh my god. Looking past me, having lost none of that light. Well, no, that light has gone out. Yet they stoked the flames, like heaping kindling onto the fire. Let me see. Oh my god. I read that as like, you dare approach me? Oh, you
You're
approach me?
approaching me. Deal.
You dare not approach for fear of losing your quirks to me. Enough nonsense. Come and meet your fate.
Oh.
As we oh my
Oh. Oh.
sorry.
Oh.
I just went silent for just a quick second. I was like, whoa. I just cut
I
to the
know.
next page.
I was gonna say I can't wait for you to see this. I was like, it's probably better if I just let him find out. Because
Yeah.
like I saw this, my jaw dropped. I was like, oh.
That's good of you to do so.
I'm
So
like, that's big.
we oh my god.
I think. Do you see what her idea was now?
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll see just a little bit. Oh.
She can move the earth. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay, so
Shade.
okay, I looked at that. All right, so just for everybody like listening in, it's the big panel. It's like the one big panel for the chapter. We have All For One looking out with whatever stuff he's got out, and behind him is just nothing but shadow. Like
And two eyes.
actually shadow. I thought that was Kurogiri, but
I can understand it because of the eyes, but then I was like,
and then
well,
you look just a little bit to your left and you realize that like Tokiyami got the absolute glow up side shot.
you look behind this man and you just see death. It's
I like
dark shadow, fucking massive.
I like this the look he has on his face. Just the utter ignorance that you see.
It's like he feels it behind him. He's like, it's like you can see one of his eyebrows is raised a little bit. He's like, huh?
My god, Tokuyami.
Dude,
I can't get over that panel of him. Someone drew that. Holy.
I guess I take the.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We see this is all for one. He's remembering when Tokoyami broke his mask. He said, "This sensation, an attack I needed to dodge at all costs. That explains it. Even darkness. This is Tokoyami. Even darkness comes in a range of shades. It's either him.
Ooh.
It's either him or it's dark. Because we know Dark Shadow can talk on its own.
Yeah.
So it's either one or the other. And oh,
This is cute.
we see a thing of baby Tokoyami as a little kid,
And
you can see
baby Dark Shadow.
Because let's say Dark Shadow now we know is like it's always been a part of him.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get to speak of the dark, the muddy, dismal darkness you brought about.
Ooh.
That's a big
Ooh.
boy. That's a big boy. We see the shot of everyone when they got Izuku back, and then we see an absolute Godzilla monster-sized Dark Shadow over
Mm.
top of All for One as he looks back like, oh shit, this is Tokoyami. We've already devoured it whole. Those sudden storm clouds that shrouded us all from the light of day extended the time limit on my power. As for the flames, they shrunk as the windstorm tore up the trees, roots and all.
Mm.
And then we see, yep, she did. One of the pussycats did indeed cover Tokoyami in earth to give him more shade.
Mm-hmm.
Please envelop me with your earth so I might amass darkness.
Phrasing.
So I might amass darkness. All Might told me that you could not steal Endeavor's quirk simply by grasping his flames. This is why I was chosen to support Hawks and Endeavor.
Ooh.
Dark Shadow, total release. We see Hawks. He started prepping for this the second Shiketsu showed up to help. Crush him! Tokoyami. Then we see Inasa.
Oh shit, he goes with the Pokemon move Tailwind for the
Here's
boost in speed.
Here's a tailwind for a boost. Should I finish this?
Yeah.
If I was, is this Hawks? If I was able to pay it forward to you, even a little bit, then dirtying these wings was well worth it. Abyssal black body.
Oh my
As
god.
we see him just punch this man. We don't even see him anymore. Light of Balder.
What a crazy glow up.
Bro, I just remember seeing the image of him behind All for One. I was like, oh shit. He's so big.
Dude just said in biggin.
He's just so big.
Oh my god. I really wasn't even expecting that either. Because you usually, obviously, the villains always have like a big monologue they want to give. For one, literally gives that every minute of the day.
Absolutely flattened.
And then he pauses. He just...
Nani?
And you see him getting that spider sense. He's like, oh, wait a minute.
It's like that feeling, like, you know that feeling you get when you're being watched?
Yeah.
It's like every human has that. We feel like we're being watched sometimes, and we're like, we just kind of pause for a second, and then we turn around.
Yeah, I
think
that's
what happened to him. He paused. He was like, uh-oh.
Stop smiling for just a second.
It's like the Nani?
I also like the fact that he talked about like that moment he got his mask taken off. One, because I kind of forgot because it's been a while, and two, it just kind of shows like the threat level. Yeah, like, or that threat level too, of like the new age.
Yeah, because Tokoyami, I think we often overlooked
Yeah,
how powerful Tokoyami actually is.
yeah, because like he usually reigns in Dark Shadow. Like they make it a big priority. The only time like there's been multiple times too, of just like him being showcased as like a huge threat, but it's under very special circumstances that's very well contained. Otherwise,
yeah, it's like say like during the camp.
Yeah, the camp art. That was when it was like, oh, that's kind of a big problem.
Yeah, because he had a hard time controlling it.
Yeah.
But he's learned better now. He can actually control his Godzilla-sized fucking Dark Shadow. Because we saw he dealt with Moonfish like it was nothing. Like Moonfish might as well just been a little scrap of paper. He just blew out of the way.
Right, and that was way back.
And, you know, like he had the flashback because he remembers he needed to dodge that attack, but he couldn't. And right now, he's caught off guard and he's going to take that attack because he's so big he can't even really dodge it.
Yeah, can't even move.
If like maybe he was able to reduce the impact just now, but I have a feeling He definitely took some damage.
I mean, he. I mean, what was it? Togami like explained it best in the sense that like it's him that's being the support endeavor in Hawks for this very reason, is because he can't steal his quirk like that.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That's why he was chosen, is because Dark Shadow is a projection. It's not a quirk itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, technically, he is Tokoyami's quirk, but not in the sense of
Like,
if you
yeah,
touch him, you get
you
the
have,
quirk.
you have to touch the actual user in order to take in Dark Shadow in this case. So you see, what I really like about the last like couple panels is the one where it shows like Alpha-1 like putting his hands up and he's just trying to like take in this attack or try to copy it too, or take it away. And so it's like just a moment of him just taking the attack and he's gone.
It's like, here's just thing. I'm wondering, because the question begs to be asked: Does if his body is if his body is rewinding, does any damage even matter?
Um, that's actually a really good question because he's constantly doing that right now.
His
Um,
body's constantly rewinding, so that's my question: is wait, does that even matter?
well, like maybe not. Like it could be explained later on. Like, yeah, well, you see, like I'm on a timeline anyway, so this works also in that case because because if you remember, like Eri with Deku, that whole like the whole bit was so that like it rewinds all the pain that he receives, so he's constantly at like 100% always.
That's what I mean. Like that, like because they know his body is rewinding. If
Mm,
they just if they were just to at least keep him to where he can't get
yeah,
to Shigaraki, he'll just rewind out of existence.
right. So even if this doesn't do like damage to him because he just keeps rewinding it, otherwise the normal man would just be gone.
It's like
Yeah, this
even if he survives it, as long as they can keep him there, he'll
yeah,
eventually burn out.
this is true. So if you know, for just a good amount of time, Tokyo could just hold them in place like that, then it'll work just fine. I think, I think he's the size of star's projection up in the
He
sky.
really, he's definitely around that size. Like I would say, if not that size, close to it.
Oh, would I love to just see another like fly slap? The man, he's prime for that too. Because you see Alpha One trying to get himself back up, and you just see like Dark Shadow just like get both hands together. He's like clap.
Net. It's like that page several chapters ago with Kirishima on freaking Gigantomachia's shoulder. Net.
Oh yeah,
I said us whenever someone's on our ship in Sea of Thieves. Net.
Nat. My God. Of course, we can't forget about the revenge ball in the first place, man, dude.
That really was straight out of Dragon Ball.
We don't even know what that is.
I'm curious as to what quirks that was.
It probably was like the dark tendrils, but like he had to use like a special like mutation of his in order to like make that mass ball energy in the first place. And it's interesting because while that happens, it seems like he's moving independently. So after like he releases it, I I think it's still happening, even as he's getting punched right now. Could you imagine?
It's
Imagine if he punches him into the ball.
punches him into the ball. It's just wild. Like, and that's the thing. Would he even? I guess this is the question. If you were to say sever one of his limbs, would it stay off or would it rewind back to when it was a whole limb?
Probably rewind when it was like a whole limb. I would say safely.
That's what I would assume would happen.
Oh, I think I'm starting to make like two and two together, because that panel in this chapter where it's Hawk's looking out to like this star of hope. I think that's. I mean, that could just be more like a figure of speech type of thing, because I was looking further into it. Obviously, they have the panel of like Tokiyami, like I was gonna say he's Pacific rimming Dark Shadow right now, but like right behind him is Hawks, actually pushing him forward. And, Inasa already said this already. He's the tailwind, but he's literally supporting that one fist that Dark Shadow has.
Yeah, he's giving it a boost
To propel it, like Hawks' feathers to his sword. And I was like, whoa, that's actually even crazier. Dark Shadow with just the raw strength, but like given an extra like push and speed.
Yeah, because it's like that's the thing. It's like that's another thing they teach you in certain shows, like say in Dragon Ball. Another example.
Mm-hmm.
We're bringing those references up today, boy. We're bringing those references up today because I remember. Like, do you remember when Gohan and Goku were training in the hyperbolic time chamber?
Yeah.
And Goku easily was able to achieve like the Super Trunks and Super Vegeta form, basically
Yeah.
Super Goku in a sense, which is like
You mean
Ultra
like
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, like the super not to really be used at all, super beefed up like Super Saiyan form. Yeah.
And he said, "Wow, you could probably beat Cell like this." He said it may look like that, Gohan, but despite how big these muscles are and how strong I've gotten, I'm never going to be able to keep up with him in speed.
Mm-hmm.
He said this is inefficient because as strong as I am, he is going to dance all around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to run out of power before I even have a chance.
Yeah. That's a really big thing about that. That show that was really important.
And that just goes to show you when people say Goku's dumb, I'm like, he's really not.
He's just really good, like battle instincts wise.
It's
just
like
nothing else.
It's like I'd argue he is a genius when it comes to combat. Like when it comes to actually fighting, he is very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like he's not dumb. Like he knows how to fight. And he knows how to think and actually be on his toes in a fight. Like he's actually done strategy in a fight before.
I'll shadow that with a Naruto reference again too, because just like these characters who don't really have like that level of intelligence that's like easily portrayed by like some of their supporting cast, but like similar to Goku, Naruto was also one who doesn't like especially during like Shippuden pre-time skip days, like that's like he's just like battle instinctive at this point.
Yeah, it's like yes, some other characters may be smarter on a certain scale in certain fields, but when it comes to actually throwing hands,
yeah,
it's like what at the end of the day really matters.
It was like I just only bringing up because I remember that scene like in the anime where it's just like Kakashi saying like, if you use your shadow clones, you amass all the cumulative like knowledge from each and every clone. And Naruto's like, what did you? I told you to make it more simplistic. all right, let's just take the clones over there.
But it's like because here's the thing: it's like a lot of classic shonen protagonists, they're knuckleheads. They're lovable goofball knuckleheads.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that character. I love that type of character.
Yeah, it makes them oddly more like optimistic and just like happy-go-lucky.
I think that's one of the reasons I like that so much is because I feel like I do come off as that.
I'm
a very optimistic person. And I think that's like another reason why I always like those characters so much is just because I relate in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just because I feel like life is better when you live it with an optimistic personality.
Yeah.
Like when you live life optimistically thinking, you're going to notice a huge change in your quality of life in terms of how you view day-to-day life as in, because like I feel like if you live life day-to-day as a pessimist, you're going to get depressed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you live life day-to-day as an optimist, you're going to always you're always going to look forward and you're always going to be able to at least smile.
Oh, but apologies, but just kind of like reverting all the energy back into this conversation towards Tokiyami.
All right, tangent.
No, it's good because like we have all this energy built up now. Let's bring it over to Tokiyami real quick, because he's a supporting character. Shout out to him because he gets the spotlight this time, and you get to see like a little instance of him as a little child being comforted in like at night by a dark shadow. He has a nightlight on, so it just kind of keeps it relatively contained. But no, that's so cute. But the whole different shades thing is like that's what it's spoken for, because like Tokiyami's like, you'd probably say I don't know if he's not optimistic like Goku archetype or just main protagonist archetype.
Goku's definitely the god. Like I said before, he's the godfather of modern shonen for that archetype.
Yeah, and like for his character specifically, he always talks about like the knight. He almost looks like he has oh god, I wish I didn't remember what the syndrome was. They usually call it the 8th grade syndrome. Shinibio.
No, I was thinking about the knucklehead archetype. If you're talking about edgelord archetype, who is the godfather of the edgelord archetype? Who is that?
I can't say it's Vegeta. Well, I mean, in his own way, he's edgy.
But he's not. He wasn't that.
Not like that. Not like that.
I'm trying to think who would be.
But yeah. He like with Tokiyami, he's consistently displayed like that as a mannerism. And if it weren't for the fact that he's developed as that archetype, so therefore like
Hiei or Itachi.
Oh, maybe something like that, where they just exude the energy.
They exude the edge.
But yeah, with Tokiyami, he's always kind of like embodied that. But he never was a character that you think would ever fall into like darkness like that. You know what I mean? Like a Kingdom Hearts character. So
Tokoyami out here with the Hot Topic energy.
The Hot Topic, I mean, yes.
I shop at Hot Topic. I'm not afraid to admit it.
No. Like, actually, there's some really cool stuff there too.
Oh yeah, but it's the stereotype of the people that work there.
Yeah, but like the thing with Tokiyami is that like even though he says stuff all the time, he never really like ever falls to that, and he's always like when you see him like go to work, it's like it never feels like he's ever like we're ever worried about his actions or where he'll end up being, because he has, like, as you could see the flashback of like Class 1A getting Deku back, like he has such a great support for that. And obviously like Dark Shadow's been with him all this time, and he also supports him when he's not fully enraged. And now just like like even though he's not optimistic about it, like you don't really have to worry about him. He's good.
He good.
So yeah, shoutouts to Tokiyami. There's a lot of good character casts, and I think it's fun. It kind of falls into that one topic I was talking about, like with the whole One Piece versus Naruto type of thing, where it's like you're building up these characters, right, to a point where it's like even without the main protagonists and their main like superpower that kind of like runs the entire show, if they're gone, everyone will be fine. Yeah, I like the fact that they continue to carry this on, where it's like it's not, as Hawk said, it's not just one for all. It's not just one for all, like carrying everything. It's like it's everybody.
It's our Hero Academia.
Yeah. It goes full circle.
Oh, title drop.
A rock.
My Hero Academia. It's our Hero Academia. This is communism.
Huh. Whoa.
My hero, our hero.
Did you guys know that the series exudes communism? I was like, wait, I don't think so. And someone else says, "You ready?" Wait, no, wait.
And we have all left the chat. Because we're like, oh god.
Nah, but can you imagine if they changed the title of the manga just real quick to Our Hero Academia? Actually, I could kind of see that at the very end, where it's like chapter 402. Let's say 402 is Our Hero Academia, and that's it. It show's over. We'll see you in Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, alrighty. I think that's it. Oh, hold on. Let me see when the next chapter is about to drop. should be 370. Oh, a week. I'll be here all week. Yeah. All right. I think we're pretty much good to call it. This has been a solid chapter. I'm glad I didn't really get to see anything like this. Yeah, hopefully I won't get spoiled going forward. I did try to like filter some like words in Twitter just to make sure that I don't really see any like kind of spoilers tagged on. So whether that worked or not, I'm just glad I didn't get to see anything. But alrighty. And that's everything. Mark, is there anything else you'd like to add before we go ahead and call?
We've pretty much brought up everything.
Okay, cool. In that case, we'll call it here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to this manga chapter read. We'll see you guys in the next one, chapter 382. Hashtag bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.